And honestly, I thought I would have time. Um, I thought I would have time to record a video and not have to record a trading video right now. I thought I could record a video and my trading video would, or not my trading video, but my trade would take a little bit longer to reach. But nah. So let me go ahead and show y'all boys what the fuck we doing today. We got up 100. We going for 200 for today. As y'all can see, it's a little small trade, a little one-to-one. We trading NAS today. I haven't wrote this trade down, so I haven't really done my research on this trade, but I have done my research just by looking at it for real. So as y'all can see, this is the 4 hour. If we scoot back, this is the 4 hour. You zoom in, you see we got a breaker structure on the 4 hour. That's the most recent breaker structure is to the upside. So you can assume that price wants to go up. We've been going up, price probably wants to go and continue to go up, especially towards the end of this 4 hour, because we got to make everything go in line with each other. So if we only got half of the 4 hour candle left, you can imagine on the 1 hour we're setting up to go back the other direction, which that's what we're doing. We only got 2 more 1 hour candles, so think about it. Of course we're going to go back in that same direction that we left previously going. You get what I'm saying? It only makes sense. We can wick out in between times, we can do whatever we want, but once that time starts correcting itself and needs to go in the same direction that it needs to go in, then that's when you need to hop in the trade. That's when you are most what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I don't really know. Hopefully this should just kind of make sense to y'all, niggas. So like I said, on that 4 hour, you just kind of like judge it in a way. Now if you scroll all the way out on a higher time frame, and this is why I went on, this is the reason I only tried to go for my 1-to-1, and as you can see, we still around that $100 mark. This is the only reason I went for my 1-to-1 though, is because if you scroll out on a higher time frame and we just hit take profit 200 on the day, we kind of just fucking skyrocketed. Like we just fucking skyrocketed. As y'all can see, I don't know where that, oh, that $2 loss was from yesterday, and that's because I hit break even. But as y'all can see, we hit take profit, and as y'all can see, it's going even further up. But look, let me just explain to y'all why I only hit, or only took my 1-to-1 today. And this is because if we zoom all the way out, as y'all can see, if I'm looking on the camera right here, we're in a downtrend. Now we're in a downtrend, a smaller downtrend, because on the higher time frame, on a daily, we was not in that downtrend. We was going up. Now as you can see, if we scroll in, this is the daily time frame. We was going down, but in order to go down, we need to go up. What are we going down for? Are we going down to go up, or are we going down because we went up? So you gotta literally zoom out. Okay, cool. If you can see, we were at the peak of NAS. We dropped because we had to drop to correct itself. We have to drop because we was going up too much. It only makes sense. So when we dropped, in order for us to drop, we need to go up to drop more. Now in order to drop more, we needed to go down. Go up. So we went up, hit equilibrium in this area, equilibrium, and now we're dropping down. Now when this should tell you right here, cool, we dropped down. This is the daily time frame. Why are we changing structures on a daily time frame if we didn't break this yet? That's because this is not the trend still. We're still in the uptrend. This should tell you that we're still in the uptrend. We did not break this. We kept this balanced with this, regardless of us breaking this. This was just us. If we would have got in a trade over here, yes, we would have took a sell, but that's because on the hourly, on a 4 hourly, we would break a structure, and that's that. But we need to be continuously breaking structure each and every day. We need to be figuring out what the market is doing each and every day, because the market's not going to do the same thing each and every day. So if you see us break structure over here, you just assume that we're still in a downtrend over here. That's wrong, because over here it tells us, okay, cool, yeah, we broke structure to come down here. We broke structure, yeah, we broke structure, but at that point in time, that was telling us that we were in a downtrend. We came up here and broke structure. At that point in time, you would think, okay, cool, we came up here just to come back down. Okay, cool, we did. We came up here just to come back down in the daily time frame, but guess what? We not on a downtrend, because guess what? This would all have been counter trend. Even though you would have got some good RR, this would have been all counter trend. So you don't know when the fuck you would have had to get out of trade. So as y'all can see, we changed the structure right here. Right here, we didn't break this low. We changed the structure. Now, if we do end up coming up, failing to break this high, come down, break this low, then you know, that should tell you that. But if you really like want to know what type of fucking momentum you're in, bro, put these EMAs on, bro. They'll tell you everything. This 200 EMA is like the strongest one. So basically, like, if you ever see price either under it, that means that you're buying. If you see it on top, that means you're selling. I don't personally use it every single time. I only use it when it lines up with my trading strategy, and when I'm trying to figure out where price is going. I'm like, okay, cool, it look like it's going up, but let me just check the EMAs just to make sure. Okay, cool, yeah, we've been going up, cool. Okay, and the EMAs also tell you, look, if you zoom out on the EMAs, it tells you how long you've been going up. So like, the more and more you go up, the more and more distant this 200 EMA, this dark blue line, would get further and further from price. Because if price is moving up fast and moving away from the 200 EMA, then that means that we're in a strong uptrend. We're moving away from the 200 EMA. We're moving faster than the 200 EMA can catch up. So we're moving fast, meaning that we're in a strong uptrend or downtrend, depending on how fast we're moving away from it. Let's go ahead and zoom back in. That's just going to really tell you that if we rejecting off of it, not saying that every single time price hit we reject off of it, but when you're in a strong uptrend, just be prepared for a whole bunch of price to be rejecting off of it, because that's what price does. But like I said, I wasn't looking for no sell, because overall time frame told me we were going up, and then we came down, made these lows, but when we failed to break these lows for at least today, it told me that we wanted to go up. So from there I took the buy, because it just made sense. I didn't honestly have no gaps or anything that I really got in. So from there, like from the daily, like I said, I got in for the daily. Well, I didn't get in from the daily, but I seen, okay, cool, we're in the uptrend. In a way, I should be looking for a buy at least for the time being, because cool, say we start going down, we start making structure to the downside. I would have to wait for structure to do its thing for me to get in a trade, versus me just, I don't know, it's a whole bunch of experience. When you get a whole bunch of experience, like in a market, you can just understand, like shit just starts making sense. So we strolling in on the hourly, and on the hourly, I didn't even see that we had gaps. On God, I didn't see we had gaps. On God, I didn't see we had gaps. But I did know we had gaps on the 15-minute. Look, on the hourly, we had gaps. We had, boom, this gap on a 15-minute. That's so crazy, because I marked this gap on a 15-minute, and guess what? These are hourly gaps. So it's like, it's crazy that we filled in both of these on the hourly, and I wasn't even paying attention. But that's why you always pay attention. I looked at the 30-minute, and we had a gap on the 30-minute, and we had a gap right here, but I didn't mark it for the 30-minute. I marked it for the 15-minute, because look, on the 15-minute, we came in and filled this shit perfectly. Now, I wasn't on the 15-minute when we came in and filled this shit perfectly, but I seen the gaps on the 15-minute. So therefore, I was on a 5-minute, and once I seen that we was filling in the 15 minutes, I was like, okay, cool. We came in here, didn't close under this gap, but came and tapped this 50%. Oh yeah, we're going up. No, I don't know how long we're going up, but we're going up. So I ended up getting in on this gap versus this break of the candle, or versus waiting on another gap. I ended up getting in on this gap because I seen how we rejected off of these gaps. Now, usually I would like to, when it comes to trading gaps outside of my trading zones, I would usually like to wait. So right now it would have been probably waiting. If it didn't look good, if we didn't get these with things like this, when you want to trade gaps that's outside of your time frame, you want to be very safe, very careful. You want to wait till you get the break of the candle. You want to wait till you get a very valid entry point, because if you don't have a very valid entry point, then you're risking yourself, and you don't know, especially if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how much you're trying to risk, especially if you're not a scalper and you're trying to get in on times where you know you're not supposed to be getting in it, and you like, hell nah, like fuck no, like bro, stay out of the market, bro. So, but anyway, let me just tell y'all how I got in. Like I said, so like on that hourly, I didn't see that we filling in that gap, but if you would have looked, bro, if I would have looked, I would have seen that, okay, cool, we just filled in on the hourly these two gaps. We're in this little mini uptrend, and we got so many highs above the tape because we just been going down. And in order for it to go down, you gotta go up. You can't leave the niggas that's still selling in the market making money. Like you can't leave them to continue making money. It just don't work like that. So we're gonna go ahead and zoom in. Now we're on a 30-minute. Like I said, we had gaps on there. You just look, and you just kind of want to go to the smallest time frame, the smallest possible time frame that you can see these gaps on, and just try to do your best from there. Honestly, try to get your best judgment, your best opinion, what your best looks best, and from there you just get in and you take your trade and you be quiet, bro. You just let it play. So like that's what I did. I seen the 15 minutes had gaps. I was like, okay, cool, marked up the 15 minutes. The only reason I like the 15-minute gaps is because on the hourly, yes, we had confluence, but on the 15 we had more confluence. See, on the hourly we had gaps and we had these EMAs and shit like that. On the 30-minute we had EMAs, but on a 15-minute you seen that 200 under there. On a 5-minute you seen that 200 under there. So that's why I was playing around more with the 5-minute and the 15 than the 30 and the hourly, because I am a scalper. I don't want to risk so much in order to gain so much. I'm not trying to stay in this trade for that long. So therefore, I was like, okay, on a 5-minute, we got a 200 EMA right here. We shouldn't even touch this 200 EMA. But even if I was to let price come down here and touch this 200 EMA before I got out, and then let it see if it was to go back up, I would let it do that. Which it looked like it's probably trying to do. It's trying to fill in this gap all the way, probably come down here, touch this 200 EMA, and then scoot back up, because it just makes sense, low key. That makes sense. But I'm already in and out for my 101. That's why I scalp. I'm already in and out for my 101. But like I said, I had gaps right here, gaps right here. We had these EMAs as well, so that's just more confluence. We took a gap, that's one. So boom, peep game. We came up here, took liquidity to come down here. Now we took liquidity to come down here. We came down here, but we took liquidity. Now, taking liquidity means that there was a point in time where someone on the left side of the market, meaning like, boom, let's just say this person. Now, this person came down and thought the market was going to go sell. So he got in all the way up here and sold all the way down here. Well, they needed to stop this nigga out, because ain't no way they going to keep on giving him even if we start going down from right here and just tank, they're not going to give this person all that money that they could be given up here after taking everybody down here out, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to y'all? They want to take people out. They don't want to keep giving people money. So if you are at the top of something, you're not going to be at the top of that for very long, or you're not going to be at the bottom of that for very long, because in order to go down, you got to go up. In order for it to go up, you got to go down. You got to take out the niggas that are already placed to trade. I don't know why they do. Well, I do honestly know why they do that. So niggas don't get infinity rich. Like, you got to fill in the gaps. You got to go places where before, oh, they held resistance, so now they probably can hold resistance again. Okay, cool. But when they held resistance right there, what did they do? Did they take out the niggas that previously was right here? Like, you gotta pay attention. You gotta, okay, cool, we took out these niggas, but we're still closing under this resistance or under this support. So it's like, cool, like did we break that support? It's just a whole bunch of shit that you just gotta pay attention to. You gotta learn, you gotta realize. But yeah, bro, like, even I'm still blinded to certain things. I would know certain things and I'll still be blinded, and it's just because it's still a learning game, bro. It's still you still gotta learn. You still gotta just be okay and patient with yourself and understand that everything in the market doesn't mean that, like, you gotta be right about everything. Like, it's not about being right about everything. I'm trying to find my pen. It's not right. It's not about being right about everything, bro. And hopefully y'all understood that trade. I got in, like I said, I got in on the gap, and I was gonna wait for the break of the candle, like I said, because usually I don't like to get in on a candle that was before. I don't like to get on them gaps that was before my time zone, because it be fucking me up. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, I went for my 101. I went for my 101 for one, because I like to stay consistent. For two, yeah, it looked like we going up, but anything can happen. We're kind of in a consolidating market on a low time frame, so anything can really happen before we continue to go up. So it's just like you just gotta be careful. You gotta weigh out your options and just understand that you're here for consistency, bro. You're here for consistency. You're here for consistency. You want to be consistent. So if you are trying to be consistent, you gotta learn how to not be consistent in order to be consistent. And that's just that, bro. Like, think about it. When you start learning, when your baby start learning how to walk, right? In order for your baby to learn how to walk, that baby, he or her, has to fall on her bottom. in order for that baby to fall on her or his bottom, he or she will learn how to get back up and try again. It's the same thing with trading. It's like, okay, in order to win and win consistently, you have to lose and 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 lose before you're able to understand, okay, this works like this, this works like this, this works like this, this works like this, this works like this. And then from there, every single morning, once you start to kind of, okay, shit, I just learned how to do this yesterday, but it kind of worked. Okay, cool, I'm gonna keep on adding it, I'm gonna keep on adding it, I'm gonna keep on adding it, I'm gonna keep on adding it. And then eventually you will start running, my nigga. But you gotta learn how to lose. You gotta learn how to, you gotta learn what it means to lose in order to win. Because you could be, and you won't know, you won't even know, bro, you won't even know that losing will get you as far as where you trying to go, bro. It's crazy how to try to explain it. Like, it's crazy to try to explain it because it sounds crazy. It sounds like I'm talking out my ass, like, but shit, bro, best of luck to all y'all niggas, bro. Hopefully, you know, y'all, like, I try to drop gems on this channel all the time, but you know how that go, bro. Like, shit.